Welcome, my dear students of 4th primary. We have learned in the previous lesson how to solve equations and problems that have two operations. We also learned how to order the operations to solve equations. But sometimes in our daily life, we can use more than two operations in the same problem. We then require to multiply. بيبقى مطلوب مننا to multiply divide وكمان add in the same problem. Will the method of solving differ in this case? We will go through this together in our lesson today. Its title is Order of Operations. Now we will learn how to use the order of operations to solve the problems that have more than one operation. First, let me remind you about the order that we have studied in the last lesson when we have more than one operation in the same problem or the equation. For example, when we have multiplication with division, addition, and subtraction, we have to solve in specific order to calculate the correct answer. طيب الأوردر كان إيه؟ فاكرين؟ First أول حاجة I should solve operations inside the brackets. لو عندي brackets يبقى لازم أحل البراكتس first. وبعدين بعمل إيه؟ Then I solve the multiplication and division operation from left to right. Last step is to solve the subtraction and addition operation also from left to right. We will apply this. هنطبق بقى كل ده to the problems in the axis part on page 339 in your school book. Let's see it all together. Here, as you see in the axis part, let's see it all together. Here we have 4 problems. We have to solve them وidentify وهنحدد which problem doesn't belong in the set. يعني هنحدد which problem is different than the others. Now I will give you some time to solve these problems, and when we were back, we will review the answers all together. And now let's review the answers all together. Here in problem number 1, as you see here, problem number 1 is telling me to multiply 6 times 4 and then minus 4. Following the order that we have learned, and as the problem doesn't have any brackets, we will first solve what? Yes, زي ما متفقين, I will solve first multiplication and division operations from left to right. So I will multiply 6 times 4, right? يبقى أول حاجة هعملها 6 times 4. 6 times 4 equals what? Of course, 6 times 4 is 24. يبقى here my equation is 24, and then subtract the 4 from 24. يبقى 24 minus 4 equals what? 24 minus 4 gives me 20, so 20 is my answer. Now let's move to problem number 2. Problem number 2 says 100 minus 80 times 1 equals what? طيب أول حاجة هعملها I will start with the multiplication. So I will write 100 as it is minus 80 times 1 equals what? 80 times 1 gives me 80, right? يبقى here I have 100 minus 80. 100 minus 80 of course gives me 20, so 20 is my answer. And now this problem has no brackets or multiplication or division. So we are going to solve directly from left to right. I'm talking about problem number 3. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ I will start from 60 plus 20. Hey, 60 plus 20 gives me what? Of course, 60 plus 20 equals 80. Then I will move to the subtraction step. يعني هعمل 80 minus 50. 80 minus 50 gives me 30. So my answer is 30. And now let's move to problem number 4, the last problem here. Here I'm asked to subtract 2,336 minus 2,356 minus 2,336. طيب, now when I asked my students about the differences, some of them said the problem 3 is different. Why problem 3 is different? Because all the problems have a result of 20, okay? The answer is 20 here, the answer 20 here, here is 30, and here is also 20. So 3 is different because it have different answer. طيب, في students تانيين قالوا لي in all the problems have 2 operations except problem number 4. Problem number 4 اللي عندها 1 operation which is subtraction. Okay? طيب. Now all the previous problems consist of 1 or 2 operations as you see here. But if the problem had more than 2 operations, لو problem عندها more than 2 operations, how would we solve it? هنحلها ازاي؟ Now let's solve some examples on the board which is 3 times 9 minus 7. تعالوا نحلها مع بعض على البورد. Let's solve this example all together. Here we have 3 times 9 minus 7. I will write it 3 times 9 minus 7. Okay. Now, this problem consists of 2 operations only, as you see here, multiplication and subtraction. We can solve it very easily. Of course, we will multiply first. يبقى هعمل 3 times 9, right? I will start with the multiplication. 3 times 9 gives me what? 27. And then I will subtract 7 from 27. 27 minus 7 gives me what? Of course, 27 minus 7 equals to 20. Now, what if I added one more operation to this problem? The problem will be 10 times 3 times 9 minus 7. تعالوا نكتبها مع بعض. 10 times 3 times 9 minus 7. Okay. Now, I will start with solving the multiplication first from left to right. يبقى هبدأ بإيه؟ هبدأ ب 10 times 3. 10 times 3 equals what? Of course, 10 times 3 is 30. And then I multiply it by 9 and then minus 7. So the next step I will multiply these two numbers. 30 times 9. Here 30 times 9 equals what? Yes, 270 and then minus 7. 270 minus 7 gives me what? Of course, 270 minus 7 equals to 263. Okay? Type. Now, let's take another example of an equation that has more than one operation. Let's write it all together. Here I have another problem which is saying 50 plus 42, 50 plus 42 divided what? Divided by 6 minus 12. 6 minus 12. Okay, then we will notice that there is division in the equation between the addition and subtraction. أنا عندي هنا division between addition and subtraction. We must first solve the division as we have learned. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هعمل أول حاجة 42 divided by 6. 42 divided by 6. يبقى أنا هنا هحط 50 as it is plus. هي 42 divided by 6 equals what? 42 divided by 6 equals 7. So I put 7 here and then complete my equation which is minus 12. Then what should I do? Yes, the equation will be as you see here. Then we solve the addition and the subtraction from left to right. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هعمل 50 plus 7. 50 plus 7 equals 57 and then I will put minus 12. Now I want to make 57 minus 12. 57 minus 12 equals what? Equals 45. So 45 is my answer in this problem. Now you can solve the equations found in the book on page 340 in the activity Find the Answer. It consists of a variety of equations with more than one operation. Under these equations there are a set of solutions. هنلاقي set of solutions مكتوبة تحت البروبلمز بتوعي. You are required مطلوب منكم to solve as many equations as possible وبعدين you can rewrite هنكتب each equation تحت الانسر بتاعها. طيب لو الانسر بتاع الايكويشن مش موجود هنعمل ايه؟ You should write the equation under other in the same page. For example, the first equation in the middle column. تعالوا نكتب الايكويشن مع بعض. Okay, let's write it here. The first equation is telling me 24 minus 8. 24 minus 8 divided by what? Divided by 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6. Okay? طيب to solve it we start by what؟ أول حاجة هبدأ بيها الdivision اللي هي 8 divided by 4. يبقى هكتب 24 minus 8 divided by 4 gives me 2, right? I will write here 2 and then plus 6. Then what should I do? Yes, the next step is subtraction. So I will start from left to right. يبقى هعمل 24 minus 2. 24 minus 2 equals what? Equals 22. And now I have 22 plus 6. 22 plus 6 gives me what? Of course, 22 plus 6 gives me 28. Okay. Now, what should you do? هنروح عند number 28 and you will write this equation under it. Now, I'll give you some time to solve this problem, the second one, which is 7 plus 70 divided by 10 minus 2. After solving the problem, please rewrite it under the answer in the answers list below the problems. If the answer is not listed, لو مش هنلاقي الانسر بتاعنا, please write the problem under the other. Okay, and now after you have finished, let's review the answers all together. And please, let's write the solution first, the problem first. Okay, the problem is 7 plus 70 divided by 10 minus 2. Okay, this is my problem. So, I will start by the division. Right, as we said before, يبقى أول حاجة هعملها 70 divided by 10. طيب هكتب البروبلم بتاعتي, يبقى أنا عندي هنا 7 plus 70 divided by 10 gives me 7, then minus 2. And then what is the next step? Yes, I will make a addition or subtraction. I must start from the left. يبقى هعمل 7 plus 7. 7 plus 7 equals what? 7 plus 7 gives me 14, right? And then the last step, 14 minus 2 gives me 12. And this is my answer. Okay, because it is not listed in the answer, الانسر ده مش هنلاقيه في الانسرز. هنعمل ايه؟ هكتب الايكويشن دي under other. In the same way, we will solve the following equation. تعالوا نكتب الايكويشن الثانية مع بعض. Here I have 49 minus 7. 49 minus 7. Okay, times 6 plus 4. Times 6 plus 4. Now, I will start with what? Yes, equation دي هنلاقي فيها multiplication وaddition وكمان subtraction. أول حاجة هبدأ بيها إيه؟ زي ما اتفقنا هبدأ بالمultiplication. يبقى 7 times 6, right? Okay, first I will write 49 minus. Here 7 times 6 equals what? 42, so I will write here 42 plus 4. What is the next step? Yes, I will make subtraction from left to right. هعمل 49 minus 42, right? 49 minus 42 equals what? 49 minus 42 equals to 7. يبقى هعمل 7 plus 4, right? And then 7 plus 4 gives me what? 7 plus 4 gives me 11, and this is my answer. Now, let's solve the following equation, the next one, which is 99 minus 10 times 9 plus 7. تعالوا نكتبها مع بعض. Now, let's write this equation. Here I have 99 minus 10, 99 minus 10 times 9 plus 7. Okay, 9 plus 7. Okay. What should I start with? Yes, زي ما بنقول every time I will start with the multiplication. So I will multiply 10 times 9. But first I will write my equation 99 minus. Here 10 times 9 equals what? Of course 90. And I will put plus 7. Then what is the next step? Yes, the next step I will subtract these two numbers, right? So 99 minus 90 gives me what? Gives me 9. Here I have 9 plus 7, and this will be the last step. So 9 plus 7 equals what? Equals 16, and this is my answer. And now in the same way, you can solve the rest of the problems in the book and discuss the answers with your friends and teachers. And after we have practiced the order of solving operations that have multiple operations, you can now solve the problems in the connect part on page 341 in your school book. تعالوا نشوفوا مع بعض. Here in the connect part, as you see, I have one equation اللي هي 74 minus 61 plus 8 times 5. دلوقتي سليم and Sarah both solved the problem. الاتنين حلوا this problem. Okay? 74 minus 61 plus 8 times 5. And then سليم says the answer is 105. سليم قال الانسر بتاعه 105 وسارة قالت الانسر بتاعها 53. تعالوا كده نكتبها. This is سليم and this is Sarah's answer. Okay? طيب who is correct and who is not correct? How do you know? طيب help the person who is not correct. Help the person who is not correct to correct his mistakes. And now I'll give you some time to solve the equation so that you can determine تعرف تحدد the correct answer. And then we will check the answers all together. And now after you have finished, let's check the answer together and see who solved it correctly. طيب equation as you see here 74 minus 61 plus 8 times 5. As the equation involves equation فيها ايه؟ فيها multiplication و addition وكمان subtraction. يبقى أول حاجة هحلها ايه؟ Yes, I will start with the multiplication. يبقى هعمل ايه؟ هعمل 8 times 5. Right؟ أول حاجة هعملها 8 times 5. تعالوا نكتب equation. يبقى أنا هنا عندي 74 minus 61 plus 8 times 5 equals what? Equals 40. So I will write here 40. طيب then we will start the addition and subtraction from left to right. يبقى هعمل ايه؟ هعمل 74 minus 61. هي 74 minus 61 equals what? Yes, equals 13. يبقى I will write 13 plus 40. Right? Okay, this is the last step. 13 plus 40 equals what? Equals 53. طيب هو مين طلع الانسر 53؟ Yes, Sarah wrote that her answer is 53, so it is the correct answer. And now, why do you think Salim had a different answer? ليه سليم طلع إجابة مختلفة؟ Of course, he made a mistake. لازم يكون عمل حاجة غلط في البروبلم بتاعته. طيب أول حاجة he subtracted 74 minus 61. البروبلم بتاعتي 74 minus 61 plus 8 times 5. طيب سليم عمل إيه؟ عمل 74 minus 61. 74 minus 61 the answer was 13. طب وبعدين عمل ايه؟ عمل ال 13 دي plus ال 8. 13 plus 8. هي 13 plus 8 equals what? Equals 21. واخر حاجة عملها عمل 21 times ال 5. 21 times ال 5. 21 times 5 يبقى عشان كده قال الانسر بتاعه 105. طيب يبقى المستيك اللي هو عملها ايه؟ That he started the problem, بدأ البروبلم from left to right without considering the order of operations. ما عملش خالص ال order of operations. Right? He had to take in consideration that in this problem كان لازم يبدأ بالmultiplication first, as we said before. Right? طيب. And now although he solved each operation correctly, يعني هو عمل كل step فعلا صح، بس الريزلت بتاع الإيكويشن كان not correct. ليه؟ عشان ما استخدمش ال order of operations in solving this problem. That's why he not got the correct answer. Now you can solve the practice problems on the same page. Here in the practice problems, we have 4 problems as you see here. We are going to solve 2 of them together, and I will leave the other 2 problems for you to solve it after we finish. Let's solve all together problem number 2. طيب, now let's solve it on the board. And now let's solve problem number 2. Here in problem number 2, 73 minus 60 plus 15 divided by 3. طيب this problem هنلاقي فيها division وaddition وكمان subtraction. Okay, it involves division, subtraction and addition. We will solve the division problem first. أول حاجة أحلها هي ال division problem اللي هي 15 divided by 3. طيب so I will write 73 minus 60 plus. Hey, 15 divided by 3 equals what? 15 divided by 3 equals 5, right? Then I will solve the addition and subtraction from left to right. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هعمل 73 minus 60. Hey, 73 minus 60 gives me what? 73 minus 60 equals 13. يبقى هعمل 13 plus 5. So 13 plus 5 equals what? 13 plus 5 gives me 18. Okay, and this is the answer. Now, let's move to problem number 3. Problem number 3 says 4 plus 4 plus 5 times 10. As the equation involves هنلاقي في الإيكويشن فيها addition و multiplication يبقى لازم أبدأ بإيه؟ بالمultiplication اللي هي 5 times 10. So I will write 4 plus 4 plus here 5 times 10 equals what? Yes, 5 times 10 equals 50. Then the next step, what should I do? I will make addition from left to right. يعني هعمل 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 gives me 8 plus 50. The answer will be 58. Okay? And now let's move 58. And this is the end. After you finish 2 and 3, I will leave 1 and 4 for you to answer it by yourself. And now after we have finished our lesson, we have practiced using the order of operations in solving the equations that have more than one operation. We have seen through the examples that if we change the order, لو غيرنا ال order of operations in the solution, the answer will be incorrect. ما ينفعش أبداً نغير ال order of the solution or the answer will be incorrect. Now you can check your understanding of the order of operations by scanning the code on the screen or on page 339 in your school book. Thank you so much for your watching and see you next lesson.